Hey, what's up guys and welcome back to Anime King, and today I'm going to be giving you part 3 of What If Naruto Had a Godlike Forbidden Bloodline. Remember to get this one to 100 like as usual, share this with your friends in your social media platform, and also guys, remember if you're new and this first time hear my voice, yes, I indeed have 4 channels, Anime King, Anime King 2, Anime King 3, and Anime Prince, which I post What If on every single day for you guys to enjoy. So go ahead and destroy that red subscribe button and become a part of the Anime King family. And thank you for all of your help and support. Remember to comment down below and tell me if you're new. I'll be planning talking back to all of you. So yeah, without further ado, what do you say we jump right into this new episode? Start the intro. So the last spot we left off, Naruto leaped down as he took on the Hagoromo members. While they were strong, they were not able to take down Naruto, as in the end, he brought them all down. However, he had to leave. The woman that was taking care of him there didn't want him to leave. But Naruto knew that they would send their people here, and he didn't want to get them into any trouble. So he thanked them for all that he did. The people were surprised though, as they never thought they would see a kind ninja, as Naruto made his way. Meanwhile at Uza, Karin had informed them what she saw, as the verdict was made. And Naruto was, well, they were not going to hunt after him, but if he was to come back here, he would be sentenced to death. That was the law of what he did, and every Uzumaki knew that. However, Nagato pleaded his case as well. But the man that was there said that Nagato was only softening the boy because he had a thing for his mother. Nagato gave him a look that shut him up really quickly. But that was kind of true as well. However, Naruto was never really treated fairly there or treated like a real Uzumaki because of his parentage. So with that, Naruto made his way. It'd take him a while as he got onto a scene where a massacre had just been commenced. The Senjus had eradicated a clan, and they had moved towards its location, and they got wiped out here. As Naruto was shocked by all of this, a woman there told Naruto where to go. However, it was just a lie, as the Senjus owned this land, so she had sent him right into a trap as Naruto had to hide. He heard a few Senjus members passing as they spoke about this Miss Senju. They were talking about Tsunade Senju and Sir Nawaki. Naruto wasn't sure about them, but he made his way quietly. As he left the area, he went to stay at an inn near the post. However, the people there wanted to hand him over to the Senju while he slept. It was a good thing that he was a light sleeper. These people were no joke in this place. The Senjus were so powerful that everyone even feared the thought of nearly betraying them. So once again, Naruto had to pack up and leave. He got someone to take him towards the land of water. However, upon arriving there, things went really bad, as Naruto was attacked. When he woke up, he was in a strange place, as he was unaware of where exactly he was, as 2 people were speaking to him. It turns out that one of them was a leader of the Yuki clan, and the other one was his grandson. Majority of his family had died out. However, to stop this and allow Naruto to pass through freely, he wanted him to do something for him as an outsider, as Naruto realized he didn't really have much choice. So he agreed, as the man sent him to go and get a scroll from the Kaguya clan, as Naruto and his grandson Byakuya made their way. As Naruto tried to talk to him, but the guy was not interested in talk, as the guy went to cause diversion. However, that is when Naruto noticed a seal on his back. He ripped it off as he threw it away. It was to cause a commotion on him. Byakuya had lied to him, something else was going on, as Naruto heard a few members talking about the prisoner. He wasn't sure who that was, however he was able to get in, and what he found shocked him. There was hordes of weapons and different things, as Naruto sealed them away techniques. A lot of them as he took them and sealed them away. The leader of Yuki clan had warned him about the son of the clan head of the Kaguya. He was vicious, he was brutal, and also he was deadly. So if they came in contact with him, they had to run for their life. As Naruto went out there to see Byakuya being beat up by a Kaguya, it seemed to be the son of the clan head of the Kaguya. However, there was also a woman there. As she was unconscious, she looked like a Yuki member. As Byakuya was fighting to get her back, she must be the prisoner. As Naruto saw that the both of them were about to die, he cursed himself for this, as he had no idea why he doesn't just get out of here and run, but he decided to leap down there. So yeah guys, basically as we left off, you guys can switch across the playcheck of yourself, and also don't forget to go ahead and check out the brand new episode over on the other channels. Links will be down in the description. So yeah, without further ado, let's jump right into this guys. Begin now guys. Naruto cursed as his body moved before his brain could even stop it. He leapt out of the trees as he launched a barrage of kunas and shuriken towards the Kaguya. As the Kaguya swiped at him, but Naruto dodged. However, the man pointed his finger towards him. As Naruto looked towards it, that is when he saw the tip of the man's finger opening up. Naruto's eyes went wide as he flipped away. Two of the finger bones shot right towards his face as he tilted his head. It grazed his cheek as he flipped and landed. Another piece of trash, not even worth my time, the Kaguya said. That's what you think, said Naruto. As Naruto had touched ground, as there was a seal right at the Kaguya feet, who was covered in water. Fuinjutsu, lightning exploded out of the seal. The lightning rushed over his body. He started to twitch violently as he lost control of his muscles and fell down towards the ground. Who are you? He questioned from his place on the ground. Still conscious. Damn, said Naruto, rather surprised at his durability. I'm Naruto, freelance ninja, on loan right now, he answered cheekily as he walked towards the girl. You have no clan, the Kaguya said, twitching on the ground. As Naruto stopped in front of the girl, your clan head sent me to steal a scroll, but I imagine you're the real reason I'm here, he said. I see, she said, her voice low as she tried to relax. I'll get you and Byakuya out of here, said Naruto. Look out, she shouted, with a deeper voice than Naruto expected. As Naruto turned around to see the Kaguya back on his feet. Wow, you're really durable. Die! The Kaguya shouted. Sorry, but I have a lot to do, a voice from behind the Kaguya said, as a clone slammed an explosive tag on his back. Get down, Naruto said to the girl as he grabbed Byakuya. No, the Kaguya shouted. I cannot die to a nobody like you. A violent explosion went off. The girl had quickly scampered behind the tree as Naruto covered Byakuya. As the tree was exploded, the entire top completely turned to dust. But it did its job though, protecting the both of them. Naruto picked himself up. Wow, I didn't expect this, he said. The place had a giant crater right in the ground. A small groan caught his attention. Naruto's eyes widened as he saw the Kaguya was still alive. However, he was in terrible shape. His skin was stripped from his bones, as Naruto could see the famous bone armor underneath his skin, as he was bleeding badly on the ground. Wait, said Naruto, as he realized something. He could get this Keki Genkai right here and now. Byakuya was still out of it and the girl was probably still unconscious. No one was here to stop him. However, he remembered if he did use it, his body would go into shock. That was the biggest drawback, and he would be vulnerable for some time. I'll just take his body and get out of here then, said Naruto, as he approached the boy. There was an explosion, a voice shouted out in the distance. That direction! Are those scums attacking like this? Shit, said Naruto as he realized his lack of time. Byakuya then coughed up blood that leaked into the ground, catching Naruto's attention. Now he had two choices. 1. Take the girl and Byakuya back to the clan, and have the Yuki compound, and get a reward and have them in his death. Or 2. Take the Kaguya body, and take his Keki Genkai, and gain one of his first things that he would need. Damn it all, said Naruto as he sensed the other Kaguyas rushing towards his location. As Naruto sighed and made his choice. Back at the Yuki compound, Byakuya was alone in the main garden of his home. The evening sky was his only companion, and the mist was starting to roll in as well. As it was getting cooler, and he could hear the waves getting wilder, he had dispatched his grandson and the son of the Yellow Flash as the vanguard for the retrieval mission of his most precious thing, his heir, the future of the Yuki clan. Haku, the eldest son of his eldest daughter, who was killed in a skirmish almost 10 years ago. I hope this son is as skilled as his father, Byakuya said to no one, because he and many people knew that a skilled parent did not mean a skilled child. After all, look at his family now. All he had left of his family was his two grandchild, Haku from his eldest daughter and Byakuya from his youngest son. Out of all his descendants, Haku was easily the most skilled. Despite his eldest daughter not being skilled in combat and died in her third battle, while his youngest son was merely average, but Byakuya was determined rather than brilliant. He was not naturally talented, but he made up for it by being bull-headed and determined. Relying on outsiders is not something any self-respecting clan will do. But I guess I should think myself lucky that he wound up on our island than the others. Byakuya was mostly alone in the compound. Him and the injured and the non-combative fighters that was keeping him company. As most of the clan had been dispatched, the Kaguya clan was known for loving a good battle, and they would never turn down the opportunity to fight. The battle was still ongoing. The last message that he received was that the Kaguya main forces got reinforcements by their outpost guards. They were not large, but each one of the members were skilled. That is why they were named as one of the 4 great clans of the Land of Water. If Byakuya doesn't succeed, then we are lost, he murmured to himself, feeling sad. A hacking cough made his way up his throat as he covered his mouth. Once he removed his hand, there was blood in his palm. Too old and sick to be of any use, he thought to himself, as that made him clench his fist in anger. If that freelancer ninja get them home safe, I might just have to give him whatever he asks for, especially after using him as a distraction. He said, talking to himself. The future of the Yuki clan depends on this, he thought. Meanwhile, shit, said Naruto, as he was currently trudging through a swamp. He was in quite a situation. He had a girl across his back, her thin arms wrapping around his neck, holding on to him tightly, while he had the barely breathing Byakuya in his arms. He had done his best to treat his wounds, but there was so much you could do with just a few bandages. As Naruto assumed that the Kaguya who got on their path went to treat that one instead of coming after them because he could not sense any of them, which was a really good thing. This better be worth it. I've given up a chance to get a Kick Genkai to save you too, said Naruto to himself, as he had paid their life instead of going for one of the most rarest Kiki Genkai in the world. I sense something this way, Naruto cursed as he set Byakuya down. Time to go with plan B. He quickly created a clone. You know what to do, he said, as he gave the clone half of his chakra, so it should be able to take a hit or two. As Naruto adjusted the remarkably flat-chested girl on his back and picked Byakuya back up. The Yuki compound is only a few islands over. Hopefully, the sea is calm and he can get over it. As he took a breath before he pumped chakra in his legs and rocketed off. The clone was setting up traps behind him, many things to slow down the Kaguyas. The clone was shocked when he saw the Kaguya that he had placed an explosive tag on. No way. He still had wounds, but they were not bleeding anymore. And he was up and moving. What the hell? Kimimaro-sama, are you sure that you're okay enough to hunt them? One of the other Kaguya asked, the now identified Kimimaro. Silence, Kimimaro said. I will not let them go. I have not failed any mission given to me, and this will be no different, he said, as Naruto could feel the anger coming from Kimimaro. I can't believe that they sent thieves to steal from us as a distraction to free that pathetic Yuki, another one piped up. Yuki will reap their destruction for this, another one said. There's someone watching us, another one said. The moment he said that, the clone burst into action, as he launched a barrage of kunais and shurikens. Some of the kunais had explosive notes wrapped around their hilt. Explosives, one called, as they went off. 2 of the 7 got hit, as they were on the ground coughing as the clone buried a kunai in their skull. Their body dropped as Kimimaro burst from the smoke, 2 bone sword in his hand. There you are, you rat, he said, locking his eyes onto Naruto's. Naruto sidestepped, but Kimimaro was fast, as he slashed and hacked, trying to rip Naruto apart with his bone blades. However, Naruto had an abundance of water, not only from the ground but from the mist in the air as well, as he created a quick wall of water blocking Kimimari's strike. "Sobeki no Mai," said Kimimaro, as he tore right through the water wall after a second and shredded the tree that he thought was Naruto. However, Naruto had moved the moment he created the wall. Water style water bullets. Bones immediately sprouted from Kimimari's back as he heard that. The bones snapped as the force of the water broke at least 3 of them. However, they protected him well enough as he stumbled a bit, but he was still on his feet. "Not good enough, brat." Naruto turned as he saw 2 more Kaguyas. One of them as a hatchet charging towards him, the other one was using his bare knuckles as Naruto could see the callus. A lot of callus on it. As Naruto noticed that he was surrounded, 2 charged from behind, Kimimaro in front of him, and 2 of them were in the trees. Well, this is the best time for an experiment, Naruto thought to himself. "Tashi Senjen," said Kimimaro, as his fingertips ripped open as bones launched from all of his 5 fingers. The clone simply rushed forward, as 5 bone bullets slammed into his chest, as he collapsed face first on the ground. "Pathetic," one of them said as the other 2 jumped down looking down towards the one that they just brought to his knees. He did kill Takeno and Juro, and he did do some kind of damage to Kimimaro. Another one said as he approached the down Naruto. "I have higher hopes for you. I thought you were a bit stronger," said Kimimaro. "I'm strong for my age," said Naruto. "But you're just a monster. However, you're underestimating me. Even an ant can kill a lion with the right move and tactics." "What?" One of them stomped on Naruto's leg violently. However, it lost form instantly and turned into blood. "Huh?" The man stepped back. "A clone made of blood? I've never heard of that jutsu before." What's more impressive is the clone is still here, rather than being destroyed by a single blow. "I see," said Kimimaro, as he looked towards Naruto with a sense of respect. "You left the clone behind to delay us while the real one got away." "Of course. I have too much to worry about to fight you now. However, once I get away, well, I'll see you in the future," said Naruto. "No, you won't," another one said. "We'll catch up, and we'll kill all 3 of you for this." "Let's see you survive this then," the clone said, as he slammed his hand together, as formations started to form all around them. "A trap!" one of them shouted. They were trapped in a dome-like structure. As everything then went boom, the place was swallowed in a cataclysmic explosion that erased the entire area. The Kaguya members were torn apart by the explosions, all but one. The crater was deep. However, in the middle of the crater there was a bone, cocoon. It was violently cracked, however. It broke open to reveal Kimimaro, looking like he just did a moment ago. "Kuri no Mai," he thought to himself. That was the jutsu that he used. He couldn't use it earlier because if he had did, he would have still be hurt, maybe even worse because the tag had been strapped on his back. So if he had covered himself with the bones, he would have exploded right inside his cocoon. However, in the case of something being out of its range and exploding around him, the jutsu was able to protect him very well. "Not good enough to kill me," he said with a scoff. He turned as he rushed after where the real Naruto had made his way. As for the real Naruto, he was panting, because the sea seemed to be having something against him today. As he rushed across the water was refusing to stay calm. It was violent. It was dangerous and raging. However, Naruto had been training to stand on a whirlpool that sucked you in and threw you around, so this was not as bad. However, still, when carrying 2 people, you have to put that into account. It was bad. But still, Naruto ran on top of the water as it moved and thrust around violently. "Damn it, I should have just taken that bastard instead," said Naruto. However, he could see the Yuki island. He was near, as he kept on moving. "Come on, nearly there, he thought. Soon enough he reached the island. This had sand instead of mud, so he panted as he moved across the beach. He muttered to himself so close, as he took deep breaths as water dripped from his hair. As he was exhausted as he started to drag Byakuya, his throat was dry from the salt water flashing into his mouth. He had sprinted across a couple of islands, so yeah, he was dead tired. And not to mention he gave 50% of his chakra to the clone. "I really hope that explosion killed that bastard this time," Naruto thought, as he got the memories once the thing exploded. As Naruto started to tremble, as his lips started to turn a bit blue. The place was really... I found you. Naruto froze at that voice. He slowly turned his head as he saw the white-haired demon standing there. Kimimaro, he said. Naruto was shocked. You have led a decent chase, and your explosive was pretty powerful, but this is where everything ends. As Naruto started to run once again, however, Kimimaro threw his bone blade. It went right through the girl kimono and stabbed in Naruto's side. Naruto winced out in pain as he collapsed on his knees and fell over, dropping both of the people that he was carrying. As Naruto picked himself up, why do this? Why run, why fight? For a clan that is not yours? Kimimaro said as he was genuinely curious. Because I gave my word. Then I never go back on my word. That is my ninja way, said Naruto. The highest form of idiocy, said Kimimaro. Well then, said Naruto. I guess I'm an idiot. You truly intend to fight me, said Kimimaro. How stupid can you be? Do you really think that he will survive? Much less last even for a minute. As Naruto grinned. As I told you, I gave my word. Well said, young one. A voice spoke up as ice rained down, creating a wall between Naruto and Kimimaro. A grin came on Naruto's face. You're finally here, he says. He fell backwards. You have kept your word and you even returned the both of my grandchildren, Byakuya said as he landed on the ice and glared down at Kimimaro, who had taken a few steps back. You monster of a Kaguya! Leave now, said Byakuya. Not without your head at least, said Kimimaro, fire burning in his eyes. Those spawn of yours has attacked the Kaguya compound, and your pawn has stolen from us. Bones erupted all over Kimimaro. Hayaton, Byakuya said. A gigantic ice dragon formed and roared as it rushed down and slammed into Kaguya, throwing him away. All the grass and trees had frozen over as Naruto trembled. As Byakuya jumped down, the ice shattered and disappeared in the wind. As he looked towards Naruto, well done. Despite not being a part of our clan, you have done us a great service. As he even bowed his head slightly to the woozy, cold and tired Naruto. You're welcome. I accomplished my mission, said Naruto as he swayed on his feet. I shall order the utmost hospitality to you. Come, let us return. More Yuki members arrived as he started to tend to them. As Naruto fell, however, the medic called him. Treat them for the most serious injuries and move out as soon as possible. I wish for them to recover behind your walls, said Byakuya. Yes, clan head, as the members start to move faster. The next day, Naruto was relaxed. He can actually sleep on a bed without people trying to capture him to bring him to a damn clan like what happened back at the inn. As he was given a fresh cup of tea. Naruto-san, the clan head, wishes to speak with you, a female voice said from outside the paper door. Okay, come in, said Naruto, as he was one of the Yuki clan members, male kimono, as he had all of his scrolls on him though, with the bandage blades, that he had found in the Kaguya compound. While he was fine with leaving some of the things in the room, he did not feel comfortable leaving those swords though, so he slung them over his back. As he saw the cute teenage girl, she had brown eyes, long black hair that was tied in a ponytail, and a cute face. Good morning, Naruto-san. Byakuya-san wished to see you in his private room. She informed him. Naruto felt bad because he couldn't remember her name, despite being told it last night. Good morning, lead the way, he said. She bowed as she started to lead the way as Naruto saw the place was a lot more lively. Children outside and teenagers training with the adults. How are those two, said Naruto. Byakuya-sama is confined to bed for a rest, as well as Haku-sama. That's good, said Naruto. As Naruto saw ninjas moving outside they were looking for the Kaguya retaliation, but it seems that none was coming yet. Kimimaro had survived. They had saw him pull himself from that ice dragon, as he had made his way back home, wounded, but he had survived. I don't want to fight him again, Naruto thought, at least until he was ready. Or here, Naruto-san, she said, catching his attention. Byakuya-sama, Namikaze Naruto is here. Namikaze? That's my dad's name. Not mine, Naruto thought to himself, but he didn't bother correcting her. Bring him in, Jun. The weak voice said on the other side. It did not sound like the Byakuya that Naruto had heard before. As Jun slipped the door open and stepped aside, as Naruto walked in. It reminded him of the clad-head room at the top of the tower back home. Byakuya was behind a table with many papers on it. "Hello, Naruto," Byakuya said. His voice sounded weak and sickly. "Good morning, Byakuya-san," said Naruto. "How were your wounds?" he asked. "Pretty much healed," said Naruto. "I was lucky that his bone weapons are so sharp, rather than being callous or curvy," said Naruto, patting the place that he was hit. "The weapon had just slide in, and it was slide out as well." "That is good. You have done my clan a great service by returning both of my grandson alive." "Wait, both of your grandsons?" said Naruto. "What about the girl?" "Girl? Do you mean Haku?" "Yeah," said Naruto. "Oh no, Haku is a boy." As Naruto's face went pale at that. "Oh," he said, looking embarrassed. "I can understand why you thought. He's a girl. He seemed to be prettier than most girls as well. However, trust me, he's indeed my grandson." Byakuya said as he was chuckling the entire time, seeing the look on Naruto's face. "But enough about that. You have done beyond and above what was required of you, and for that you deserve an equal high reward." Byakuya said, getting more serious. However, Naruto grumbled, like using me as a bait. He said, "Yes, I am indeed sorry about that, but such is how our world works when working with the clanless." Naruto grunted and just kept the rest to himself. "I got the scroll as well," he says. He offered the copy scroll, having the real one with himself. "I see. This is surprising. I did not expect them to keep something like this, given their blood stain towards civilization and the real world," said Byakuya. "Yeah, I mean, who would have thought they were planning to betray the Hoshiki and take down your clan through deceit?" As Naruto had already read through the scroll. "Betrayal is common through the ninja clans, but this violates a small number of rules that every clan must follow to keep a certain sense of peace," Byakuya said with anger in his tone as he shut the scroll and placed it on his desk. "You have indeed completed the mission given to you, even if it was fake. Though I do wonder about your other spoils that you've gained during the mission," said Byakuya. "Well, I did rob them. The Ryu is mine," said Naruto. "And I got these two blades as well." "I was wondering about those two. They feel so peculiar," said Byakuya. "Well, they were in a vault, so they must be good," said Naruto. "Have you unwrapped them and looked at the blades?" "Actually, no, I haven't," said Naruto. As Naruto unwrapped them, they were shaped like katanas, but they were curved, with two spikes coming from both sides. They look rather weird. As Naruto saw Byakuya look shocked. "No wonder they didn't have a sheet though," said Naruto. "How the hell would you ever make a sheet for this, with the two spikes jutting from the side?" "The kibas," said Byakuya. "The what?" said Naruto. "Those are the thunder swords. The kiba blades, created by Muromasu Senko. Those are legendary blades," said Byakuya. "Wow, cool," said Naruto as he looked at the blades. "Those are blades sacred to the land of water. They have been passed through clans, through the land for 100 years. "Wow," said Naruto. "I just found them in the clan vault. They were last seen in the hands of the clanless Amirai Ringo, who was seen some years ago. The blades were thought to be lost after no new wielder appeared." "I've never heard of them before," said Naruto as he rested them in his lap, looking over them. "You are not from Land of Water, so this is not surprising. Many years ago, a swordsmith, known as Muromasu Senko, was born with the unique ability to impart chakra into steel. This is how he created many blades that people thought were a curse, but that was just mere superstition. The truth is, the blades were just very good at cutting people down." Byakuya said, weaving a tale that was catching Naruto's full attention. Years passed and he was sick of creating normal blades, so he set himself a task to create some legendary blades. The first to be created was the Kyuburabisho, a blade that will never break as long as there's blood to shed. The second was a long sword, Newberry, which could stitch people together. The third, the blast sword, Kabueri, something that could crush all defenses. The fourth being the blast sword, which could swing and create violent destructions with just a simple twirl. The thunder blades, the kibas, which are imbued with the powerful lightning itself. The sixth, the twin sword, Hiramakiri, that could store and unleash chakra. And the seventh sword was the final sword, Samihata, which people say that is alive, but it doesn't cut. It shred. Muromasu gave these blades out to passing ninjas. It was these blades that tip and change many scales of many clans. They were held as sacred objects for all clans in Land of Water. However, it also means whoever holds these blades have a target painted on them, because most will kill to obtain such power. Oh, said Naruto with a gulp, as he looked at the blade, like he was feeling the weight of them for the first time. But the Kiba are yours by right, so you can do whatever you wish to do with them. As Naruto was quiet for a while, you said I went above and beyond for the clan, right? Yes, you have. So that means I can ask for a great reward. Yes. However, Byakuya started to feel a jarring sensation as Naruto spoke. And I'm sure your clan will be even more grateful if I were to give you these blades as well. Of course, it will be a great honor to have one of the 7 blades. I think I might have a shot to get what I want, Naruto thought to himself. Okay, then I do have something in mind for my service, and these blades, said Naruto. Name it, and if it isn't reason I shall grant you. Alright, it's simple. I wish for your Hayaton, Keiki Genkai, said Naruto. The room went quiet. Well, what? You want my Keiki Genkai? He said, after a while. Yes, said Naruto. How? He asked, confused. Hypothetically, if a man were to create a jutsu that can take a Keiki Genkai from one's body and place it into another, what do you think would happen if that jutsu was created, said Naruto. I see, said Byakuya, as he thought about it. If such a jutsu existed, all the clans that possess Keiki Genkai will try to eradicate any knowledge of it, and ones that did not possess will try to gain it by any means necessary in order to gain what they don't have. The existence of that jutsu could lead to a second great war. I see. So there is more to you than meet the eyes, young Naruto. I said hypothetically, said Naruto. Then you shouldn't have asked for our Keiki Genkai as a reward, he said, quickly cutting through that bullshit that Naruto was spewing. Tell me, this jutsu, would it require a living or dead person, or perhaps a drop of blood? A living person or one who has died an hour ago, before their chakra can disperse. I see, said Byakuya, as Naruto was starting to wonder if this was a bad idea. Does this jutsu destroy the body that's affected by it? Byakuya asked. Just the chakra coils, Naruto said. Does it matter if the body is sick? Byakuya asked. No, the jutsu will only affect the chakra coils in the body, said Naruto, as he wondered what's up with all the questions. I'm dying, he said, as he looked Naruto right in the eyes. I know, said Naruto. It's kind of obvious. Ah yes, indeed, but it's good manners not to draw attention to such a thing. I see, said Naruto. That is why you were so desperate to get Haku back. He's your heir. As Naruto realized that it was desperation that they had, instead of killing him, they were so desperate they would have used anything to get what they want. Haku is needed to succeed me, and with our manpower spread all over the island, we're really thin here. If I had called the entire island, it would have exposed us even more. So we needed as less people as possible. But it needed to be strong. And that is why I was spared, said Naruto. Byakuya nodded at him. Indeed, but now you have returned with my grandsons, and information that will tip the power of balance into our favor. And you have offered the Kiba blade to us. Use this hypothetical kinjutsu on me once I die, and then you can obtain the Hayaton. As Naruto was shocked, he never expected man to actually give it. Most clans would rather destroy everything rather than give up the secrets they're Keiki Genkai, but here was this man giving him his own Keiki Genkai. I am already a walking corpse, and if this jutsu can pull a Keiki Genkai from a corpse, then it is no bother. I don't suppose you can give me some jutsu scrolls as well, said Naruto. It slipped out before he could think about it. That will be for the new clan head to decide, said Byakuya, as a shadow fell from the ceiling and landed right beside the two people. As the person was wearing a white mask, they were in a dull blue, fighting kimono. Well, Haku, said Byakuya. I do not know, grandfather, Haku said, taking the mask off his face. He really looked like a woman, as there was a few bruises here and there. As Naruto was surprised, he knew that he was not alone. However, he didn't expect Haku to be the one that was here, given his interest. It is up to you from now on. I only have a few weeks of life left. Haku fully faced Naruto. Tell me, Naruto, Just what do you intend to do with our Kick Genkai? Well, mainly to defend myself, of course, said Naruto. I only came here to get a Kick Genkai, and I was planning once I get one I would leave. I see, Haku said. He was expecting a lie or some grand plan, but Naruto did not seem to be lying. I only want to fulfill my sensei's wish, said Naruto as he looked between the both of them. I see now. This sensei of yours created this kinjutsu and passed it down to you, said Byakuya as he looked towards Naruto. So you're carrying out the will of your sensei and that's require getting a Kick Genkai with this kinjutsu. Yes, said Naruto. He decided to keep the information that he wanted for more to himself. I suppose, if you swore not to harm the Yuki clan, I could teach you the uses of the Hayaton, but I cannot teach you our clan's secret jutsus unless you marry into the clan. Well, he did seem to like June, said Byakuya, making Naruto blush from ear to ear. Of course you saw that, said Naruto. I don't blame you, boy. If I was younger, Byakuya said. However, Haku gave him a glare as he quieted down. I believe we can come to an arrangement. And because grandfather is donating his body, I have to ask, will his body be mutilated or damaged by this jutsu? As Naruto saw emotion in his black eyes for the first time, no, only his chakra coils will be gone. Apart from that, he will look exactly the same. It's a strange thing to hear others talking about my corpse while I'm still alive, said Byakuya. Sorry, said Naruto. It's fine, all man dies someday. You will learn this when you turn old and grey, Byakuya said, waving him off. We should move to a place with more privacy, Haku said, as he got a nod from Byakuya. Yes, let us do this away from prying eyes. As Naruto picked himself up, as he placed the Kiba blades down on the table. These are yours now, I suppose. They will be a great boon to the clan future, Haku said. Come, children. I'm ready now, said Byakuya. Time skip, later on. As Naruto was brought to a different section, it was behind the room where he was first awoken in. Once he was taken here, there was a panel that allowed the wall to shift once. Byakuya raised his hand and placed his hand on it and released a small pulse. It was a hidden entrance as they made their way inside. The empty wall behind them just seemed to form back once Haku stepped in as well. They then came upon a section with tombs lining the walls, and there was a giant table in the center. This is a place all clan heads are entombed, if their bodies are recovered, of course, said Byakuya. However, I am lucky as a ninja because I can choose when and how I die. As he hopped up on the stone table. Oh, it's not a table. It's one of those things that prepare bodies, Naruto thought. As Byakuya brought out a small glass container. My life has not been the best, but my death is one I choose. He then proceeded to drink the vial. As the bottle was empty, he rested down off the table slab. It is time for me to die and be replaced by a younger and stronger man, he said. To look upon a true ninja that died, doing the best thing for his clan, he said. As he lay down, it was so peaceful. As he simply closed his eyes, they watched as his chest went up and down for a few moments before it simply stopped. And he was gone, just like that. Please hurry. I wish to lay him to rest as soon as possible, Haku said. To Naruto, who was just standing there shocked to what he just saw. How could he just do that, said Naruto. He is a ninja. We do what we must for our clan, Haku said. Right, said Naruto. As he went through 4 hand signs before he laid his hand out. Chimera Jutsu, he says. He placed his hand over Byakuya's stomach. Flowing jutsu seals appear on Naruto's hand as the thing rushed into Byakuya's body. As it was then pulled out, bringing back the DNA right back into Naruto and the chakra as well. As Naruto gripped his teeth in pain, Hiroko warned him that it was a dangerous process, but this was worse than he was expecting. It feels like my body's turning inside out. As Naruto wasn't sure how long he stood there. However, he finally collapsed down to his knees, breathing heavily. As Naruto was sweating badly. Are you alright? Haku said, moving over towards him. Yeah, this is why the jutsu is so dangerous to the user, said Naruto. Why? Haku said, helping him up. When you use the jutsu and absorb the Kick Genkai, the body goes into a shock-like state, attempting to reject the foreign chakra. However, Chimera Jutsu Compromise for that, however the body is like a sitting duck for the next 2 days, until it properly adjusts. So you have it then, or Hayaton. Yeah, I can't wait to try it out, said Naruto despite the pain. He was excited at the prospect. I will get you back to your room, and we'll see about your training tomorrow. Today though, I must prepare my grandfather. Yeah, I'm sorry. This isn't how I wanted this to happen, said Naruto as Haku started leading back to the entrance. I know. I heard your mutterings about taking Kimimaro body instead of me, or Byakuya. You were conscious for that? Of course. A true ninja remain alert, Haku said. Wow. I'm surprised that with your condition you were still conscious, said Naruto. Really amazing. Well, that is a big compliment from a person who can take a Kiki Genkai, said Haku. I'm amazing. In the future, I'll be the strongest ninja there is, said Naruto. I will watch you closely, Haku promised. You better, said Naruto, as he then proceeded to pass out. I do wonder though, can you only take one? Or can you take more, Haku said, to himself mostly, seeing that Naruto was out cold. As he would soon come to learn that Naruto was not boasting about being the strongest in the future, but for now he was just a boy with a rather dangerous, forbidden, unique technique. Time skip. 5 days later, Land of Water. Yuki Clan compound. Naruto panted as he dodged another horde of Haku Senbon. They were in an underground training ground, as Haku was relentless. Hayaton, Sobiki no Fumi, said Naruto. As he opened his mouth, he released Senbons that looked like swallows, tiny little birds that fly towards Haku. However, Haku dodged all of them and returned fire with more Senbon. Come on, said Naruto. You can't just act, Naruto. You must think 5 steps ahead of the enemy. Tch, said Naruto as they engaged in taijutsu combat. You're good at taijutsu. In fact, your complete lack of form helped you a lot, because your opponent will never know what you're about to do next. However, if you're facing someone far above your level, they will be able to take you out after a few moments of fighting. Haku suddenly lashed out and grabbed Naruto's arm and swept his leg away. As Naruto groaned as he crashed to the ground in pain. You're getting better, said Haku. Thanks, but every time I use a Hayaton, it feels like my body is freezing and I'm being stabbed at least 1,000 times. I can sense grandfather's chakra in your own. It seems like it has not fully merged yet. Haku said, noticing something that Naruto wouldn't have noticed. Wow, you're a sensor on top of everything. Yes, but I'm rather surprised your body could take the foreign chakra and make it your own without actively trying to destroy your cells in your body. Trust me, it only feels that way. However, on the inside, it feels just like that. So what did I do wrong this time, said Naruto. This had been their pattern since he has been here. They would spar. Haku would advise him on things that he was not doing properly, and teach him about the Hayaton as well. As it happened, this was also good to become good friends as well, as they got a feel for one another personality. You got a strong start, however, once you start to use a Hayaton, you start to slow down considerably. And not to mention, you stop thinking about the best way to beat me and just start to think how you want to beat me. I don't know your original sensei, but trust me, willpower can only go so far. I know, as soon as I adjusted the Hayaton, that will stop happening, but what can I do about the other stuff, said Naruto. Honestly, your chakra has increased by absorbing my grandfather's, so you probably never run out. But the problem is, you're losing control. There's a lot of wasted chakra that could be saved, so for that I recommend more chakra control exercises. As for the other things, well, to put it simply, you need to think more. But no, Haku said, stopping him. It's not that you're too stupid to think, but it's what you should be thinking about. When you fight, you should not only be paying attention to your opponent and how they move the area around you. The environment, you should always remember, is just as important as how your opponent moves. For example, if you were fighting a taijutsu specialist on water, what would you do? Well, I guess I would just pelt him with ninjutsu and retreat whenever he got close, said Naruto. That is a basic tactic. However, do you know what I will do? No, said Naruto. I would freeze the water beneath his feet, make him unable to move, and then finish him off. Oh yeah, that makes a lot more sense, and it's easier, said Naruto. Exactly, your goal should not be a long drawn out battle, but a quick one, where you can conserve chakra and stamina. I see, said Naruto as he looked thoughtfully at the ground. I don't think you'll have to ever run out of chakra if you fight like that. Haku said. Alright, said Naruto as he got back up. Round 3. This is my last spar for today, Haku said. Fine. I think I know what you mean now, said Naruto. As Haku jumped back, as Naruto jumped away as well. The both of them narrowed their gaze as they moved off ready. As Naruto ran parallel and launched a barrage of shurikens and kunai towards Haku. Hayuken no jutsu, said Naruto, as he created a sword of ice in his hand before he rushed towards Haku. Haku created 2 long senmons and clashed with Naruto's ice sword. I told you, your physical ability dropped when you used the Hayaton, Haku said. As Naruto grinned, Haku then realized the ice sword was gliding right to the back of him. As Naruto pushed Haku back. However, Haku twists and sweep Naruto's leg away as he started to follow his own blade heading towards him. As Naruto had to slice it out of the air with his other blade. Don't be too happy unless you fully bring down your opponent, Haku said, as Naruto flipped to his feet. Haku threw more senmon as Naruto threw his ice blade like a javelin. Haku twists underneath it and moved towards him, throwing more senmons. Allow me to show you the Hayaton. Hidden technique, Haku said. As Naruto watched as an ice mirror formed in front of Haku, as he launched another ice sword towards him like a javelin. However, to his shock, the thing shattered. The sword, that is, not the mirror. Naruto then felt something as he ducked and jumped away. As Haku emerged, he was in the ice mirror behind Naruto, half in, half out. Good instincts. However, what if there was more than one? As Naruto glanced on and realized he was stuck in a dome of mirrors. However, he had a plan for this. He dropped a smoke bomb on the ground. As Haku's reflection could be seen all over, as he used the hidden technique of the Yuki. I can detect you the moment you move to my mirrors, Haku said, warning him. As he picked up movement on the western side and threw a barrage of senbons. Ow, said Naruto. The smoke dispersed as Naruto was a pincushion. However, he looked up with a grin. Not good enough to stop me, he said, as he held up a handful of explosive tags. That was all Haku was able to say as he moved out of his mirrors. As a lot of them shattered on contact, some of them just broke and chipped apart. Earth style, as Naruto burst from the ground. His fist clipped Haku's chin as Haku pulled back. Hiruko's own chakra had been Earth, as Naruto had gotten that nature after absorbing his chakra, and he had learned quite a fair bit of Earth jutsus. As Naruto attacked Haku in the close range that they were in. Better, Haku said, as he was pleased with Naruto's trickery and pushing so hard. However, Naruto was thinking ahead. He had sparred with Haku numerous times now so he could see his movements, as Naruto planned for everything. Naruto twisted his leg and lashed out with a kick, as it hit Haku in the ribs. It grazed him, but not completely. Haku winced from the blow, even though it hadn't fully connected. It was very powerful. Naruto was a lot stronger than he looks. Wind style, said Naruto. Repasho, as the attack knocked Haku off balance, as he triggered back. One leg holding him up as Naruto swept it away. As Naruto's blade was now resting against his throat. Well done, Haku said. Thanks, said Naruto as he stood up and offered Haku his hand. That was very well executed, and you predicted my movements as well, Haku said. Yeah, it was amazing. It was like I could see you move before you actually did. That is the usual sensation for it, Haku said. Thanks for this, Haku. I never realized how out of depth I was. You helped our clan a great deal. This is the least I could do for you. Though it's not like I didn't get anything from these spars, even if you're not as skilled as Kimimaro Kaguya. Wait, you fought that monster? Said Naruto. Of course. How do you think I got caught? Honestly, I would say that myself and him are equal as ninjas. Well, he's a monster at least. He's out of commission for a while, said Naruto. Yes, he's human as well, and even he has to rest despite what he put his body through at some times. So the injuries that you gave him as well as grandfather's, that will take him out of the equation for a while. Come on, Haku said, I'm hungry. Let's go get some food. Yeah, that sounds really good, said Naruto. However, I think I've stayed here for too long though. Where will you go next? I think the land of lightning, said Naruto. Why would you not go to the land of wind? Rumors say that your father is there. Well, that's because I never actually met him before. What? Haku said in shock. He met my mom and they got together, but he wasn't allowed to stay with her. and I was born and he never got to meet her again. Oh, I see. Haku understand. Naruto's mother was a part of a clan, and Minato, Namikaze was not. He was trained by another clanless shinobi, Jiraiya, the Toad Sage. So obviously Minato would never be accepted into a clan, especially with a bounty on his head from the Senjus. So Naruto was forced to grow up with his father alive, but due to politics, he never got a chance to meet him. I am sorry to hear that, Haku said sincerely. Thanks, but I think I'll meet him one day. I mean, I'm traveling around the world, and he's doing the same thing as well, so I think we'll meet at some point. I believe you will as well, said Haku to him, as they made their way to get some food. However, Naruto had almost forgotten about his father. He was so focused on his getting his Genkai thing, he was not even focused on that. Sometime he wondered though, did his father ever wonder about him? Did he love him? Would he love him? I mean, he never met him before, so Naruto just did not know. Time skip. Naruto was meditating inside his room. As Haku was right, some of Byaku's chakra was still inside his coils, as he was focusing to absorb all of that. The chakra itself was cold and strong. He had to be focused. He had to make sure that the chakra did not damage his coils, as he guided the chakra properly down. It took around an hour, however Naruto felt like it was days. Finally, he said, as he went for the map in his backpack, before he stretched it out on the table. After he was satisfied he wasn't being watched, he went through hand signs. Release. The map started to change as more writing appeared. In the different areas, Land of Water showed all the bloodlines that were there. The Hayaton, the Yuton, and the Shiatsumiku. Everything was being popped up all over, as Hiruko had information about all the Kekinkais around the clans. The Land of Lightning was isolated, but it had a lot. It had the Raiten, the Jienkin, and many others. As he looked towards a particular Kekinkai, the swift release. I think this is the best option, said Naruto. Yeah, I'll go there next. I'll get ready to leave tomorrow. I'll enjoy the hospitality of the Yuki for one more night. His mind was made up he would go to the Land of Lightning, as he decided to get some rest. Time skip. Kaguya compound. There was a gloomy feeling over the clan. Not only had they retrieved the ear, they had also stolen from them and the key blades as well. The clan was upset, angry. They were still missing skin on Kaguya. Kimura, he was being treated, and some of the skin was badly, hurt and frozen over because of the Hayaton technique that had slammed right into him. His entire torso was covered in bandages, as you could see the blood on them. He hissed as the medic tried to peel off the bandages. Sorry, Kimura-sama, she said. It's fine, just be quick, he said. Yuki Bieko had such control over his eyes. He made it so cold that it even burned, and it stuck to the skin. And Kimura had taken the highest dragon head on, which is a really bad thing. What happened, boy? He looked up to see his father. His arms crossed, there was a scar running down from his eye, as he got it from Hoshiki Genjutsu when he was alive. I was ambushed by Byakuya Yuki, who escaped with Haku. After being wounded by myself in the forest, I was then again ambushed by a freelancer shinobi who called himself Naruto. He seemed to have a specialization in explosives. He used a clone that was made from blood to delay me long enough. When I finally reached Yuki territory, I was attacked by Byakuya himself. So a freelancer did those explosions, and Byakuya himself appeared on the field, his father said. Heal quickly. I will require you soon. With that he left. Arrogant fool. My power is not yours, Kimura thought to himself. He then remembered what Naruto said 5 days ago. Even an ant can kill a lion. Maybe he's worth my attention after all. Next time, things will not go that way. I will take both of their heads, he thought to himself, as an image of Haku was in his mind, followed by an image of Naruto. But guys, be ends right here. If you want the next part you want to do, like, subscribe, comment down below, turn on that bell notification, stay posted, remember to share to all of your friends in social media platform, and don't forget to go ahead and check out the other channels. Links will be down in the description, so yeah. And also guys, remember to stay in tune, and I hope you guys enjoy each and every one of them. So without further ado, I'm off for now. See you guys soon. Peace guys.